Hi everyone, thanks for joining this call. Uh, we have demo for FICO. We are providing advanced level training. So you can enjoy this one and let me know the status. Thank you.
Hi all, good morning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Shiva. I have 10 plus years of experience. Just 1 minute. Okay. I have total 10 years of experience as an SAP FICO consultant. Today we are discussing about SAP FICO. Before that, it is an interactive session. So whatever the questions you are having, you can ask anytime, or else you can ping in the chat so that I will give reply whenever you are getting any doubts in the while we are discussing about the topics. Okay. Okay. Let me share my screen. Please let me know once you're able to see my screen. It is visible, right? Oh,
Yes, yes.
okay. Thanks for confirming. So today we are here to learn SAP. Anyone can explain, or else anyone can answer what is SAP stands for. I think most of the people are come to background what is SAP. If you are aware, please tell me what is SAP stands for. Yeah, as I mentioned, it is an interactive session. So whatever you just explain. If you have any doubts or anything, if you are giving any wrong answers, that is also not an issue. Just we will correct and we will learn. That's it.
Yeah,
SAP.
yes, sir. System application.
Okay. Systems, applications. Next.
Products.
Data.
Systems, applications, products in data process.
Yes, sir. In data process.
Okay. So SAP stands for Systems, Applications, Products in Data Processing. Now you are learning SAP. Why you are learning SAP? We have multiple options in the market. Okay, you have different types of courses. Whenever you are coming to the software, I'm not talking about non-IT jobs. Even in IT jobs also, we have multiple options. Even though why you are choosing SAP, maybe the reason it is related to your education background. Okay, so in market also there are multiple ERPs. Do you know what is ERP? ERP stands for, I think who have
Enterprise
completed,
resource planning.
yeah, who have completed MBA, they are aware. Enterprise resources and planning. Okay, SAP is one of the ERP application. So if we are coming to the ERP is it is an ecosystem. Like it will interconnect with different types of products, resources, and there will be a planning. Okay, enterprise means it is nothing but organization, or we can say company. Resources means what are the resources are required to run the company or organization. Men, money, material, machinery. Okay, these are the major resources, and we have many resources we need to run the organization smoothly. So, ERP means enterprise resources planning, where if any organization has to run smoothly with the available resources, we should have a planning. That is an ERP. So, in this ERP process, what they did is we have lakhs of ERP applications, not only SAP. We have ERP applications in market. ERP applications in market. You know any ERP applications in market apart from SAP? Anyone can answer.
Oracle.
Okay, Oracle. Next, PeopleSoft, EBAN. Next, even Tally ERP is there. Okay, like this, few companies they have developed their own ERP applications as well. Okay, so even though we have lakhs of ERPs, almost 70% of market occupied with SAP. Okay, I will let you know why SAP is occupied 70%, remaining is not able to do the same thing. We'll discuss this part later. First, it is clear, right? What is SAP? What is ERP? ERP applications in the market. Okay, now we are here to learn SAP FICO. Okay, it is a one model. So first we need to understand why we are learning SAP. Here we understood what is SAP. It is not briefly, we'll explain briefly. First, we need to understand why we are here to learn SAP. Why you are choosing SAP as the career? Anyone have anyone can answer this? Jay Prashad. Why you are choosing only SAP is the career? It is due to your educational background as well as growth. Educational background and you can see growth, career growth, you can say. Okay, this is the major roles if you want career growth, or else if you are qualified in commerce or accounting, or else you know at least what is debit and what is credit, these things. And most of the time we are not coding, we are preferring software IT job, but we are not expertise in coding area. So in these cases SAP, and yes, most of them we are from commerce background, either it is in BCom or MBA, or we know about RLCA, ICWA, or we know about what is debit and what is credit. In these cases, we will choose SAP FICO as an career growth for us. Okay. Next, what are the opportunities you will get? Okay, you have completed SAP FICO course. Okay, so now why you are learning means we are learning to get job, or else it is on our career growth, or we need to improve these things, our life standards, these things. So first we need to understand how we'll get the opportunities and what are the opportunities we'll get. What are the opportunities you will get if you completed this course? Here we have two types of jobs. Okay, either end users or consultants. Okay, we have two types of jobs here: end users and consultants. Just here, if end users means where you need to work on one specific area, or on one specific area. Okay, you are responsible for transaction posting. Okay, here we have an opportunities as an end user or consultant. Initially these are the opportunities. After that, if you are completing end user in one organization, if it is on product based, you will become an lead manager. After that you will become an SME in specific areas. If you are working as a consultant, you will become like a senior consultant, lead consultant, and manager after architects, like that. Here there are a different career path for each role for end users and consultants. In future also, there is a different career path. So as an end user, initially, if you completed SAP course and if you are able to understand the concepts, everything, and if you are able to post the entries, whatever end users are doing, if you know basic understanding of accounting, then minimum you will get 25,000 salary in any MNCs, because these are the BPO jobs. Whatever we will get BPO operations related, these kind of jobs you will get minimum will get 25,000 as an end users. Okay, if you have completed the course, entire course, and if you are understand what are the concepts we discussed in the training sessions, if you are able to answer all the questions, in this case, if you work as a consultant, you need to understand what end user is performing and what is business requirement, and if any issues occurred, we are responsible to resolve those issues. Okay, even to implement this one also, we are the responsible persons. You need to understand the concept of SAP FICO and all submodules. Okay, we'll discuss about submodules later. Okay, here if you are expertise in one submodule, that is fine for end user. Whenever it is coming to the consultant, you should be expertise in all submodules. Okay, here as a fresher, it is very hard to get the opportunities, but if you get minimum, you will get 50,000 per month. Okay, here opportunity as a consultant, if you joined in any organization, even though if it is a fresher, we will get very rare opportunities as a fresher, as we need to, if we have career gaps, we need to fill those gaps. and we need to try. If you are giving some experience, then I will get an different amount. It is 50,000 is very less if you are going as an experienced person. But whenever you are joining as a fresher, it will be an 50,000. Who are working as an end users, once after 3 or 4 years, they will try to become as an consultants, and they are also getting like 50K plus per month. Okay, these are the major opportunities if you learn, if you complete as an SAP FICO course. First, we need to understand why this application or these courses are required. Okay, earlier, whenever we have an we don't have any ERP or else we don't have any computers, we used to book the records in books. Okay, how we are maintaining? There is a general entry book. In general entry, we'll post cash account. We'll dedicated cash account for one page, bank account for one page, stationery for one page. Okay, like that we used to maintain each page, one page for each type of transactions. And whenever you are giving cash, you will enter debit side or credit side. You are updating these details, and every day you are taking whatever the remaining balance, and the next day you are making that is an opening balance. This process we are following. Whenever it is coming to the month end, it is very hard to audit all these things. Okay, so if you need to audit means you need to check each and every book. If it is a small organization, daily 100 postings, it is fine. Okay, you can use book, that is fine. If you have postings more than 1,000, how we will manage with the general entry? At that time, you are using Tally ERP, this kind of softwares. Okay, now you have more than 10,000 like that. To post in Tally also, it is very difficult to post daily 10,000 or 20,000 plus transactions. So you are using some other ERP applications, Oracle or SAP or PeopleSoft. These are the ERP applications you are using. Okay, so these all are purpose only to record the entries. What we are doing, even in SAP or Oracle or PeopleSoft or Tally, wherever, even if you are using same this Excel sheet also, if you are sheet 1 for cash, sheet 2 for bank, sheet 3 for stationery, it is the same result. Whenever you are comparing with even in Excel also, we can use how we are using as an ERP. Okay, we can maintain separate days for cash, bank, and stationery. But what is the point to trigger this ERP process per and we need to spend this much amount? Because Oracle or SAP, these are not an free softwares where any organization need to spend at least 3 to 4 crores for software, or for maintenance only they will charge around 30 lakhs per year. Why companies are ready to spend this much amount for these ERP applications? If they are spending this much amount means definitely they have an benefits. Okay, what kind of benefits they have? Like in ERP, enterprise resources planning, to use those resources in the organization, these applications are giving some free hands. Okay, whenever they are posting any entry from goods receipt side, automatically the details are updating at accounts books. Okay, you have plants in different areas, you have head office in different area. So whenever you are posting any entry in the plant side, means If, for example, plant in Warangal, head office in Hyderabad. In the plant, you receive the goods. So you will update the book. Earlier, what will happen means if it is tally, because they don't have an integration. If it is in tally, you need to update one record at Warangal, and again, whoever the vendor, he need to send the invoice to Hyderabad. Here, double work. We need to do double work, and again, same. We need to update whatever the amount we received for in invoice. We need to update here. If this goods receipt amount and here invoice receipt amount is not matched, again that is big issue. We need to reach out to vendor and we will ask which is correct. Based on that, again we need to post adjustments and we need to cancel either invoice or goods receipt. These kind of issues will occur whenever it is coming to the ERP. Wherever there is an integration, when you have posted any entry for in plant side goods receipt, automatically it will hit to the work finance books as well. Okay, this is the reason we are using these ERP applications. Okay, so first, what is SAP? Why, how SAP is developed? Anyone have any idea how SAP is developed? Anyone have any insights when it is developed or why it is developed? Okay. We have an, you are aware, Xerox. Xerox is the big company in 1970s. So, yes, they have a lot of transaction posting. As they are not able to manage these transactions, they have reached out to IBM to develop one application. Okay. Xerox, they have a lot of postings like transactions posting. So they need to maintain one software, separate software to post their transactions. So they give the project to IBM to develop one application to fulfill their requirement. So in 1968 something they have started. In 1970s they have developed one project. Okay, that is called SAP. These are the IBM engineers, 5 IBM engineers. They developed one project for Xerox. But Xerox said now, as it is, it got delayed almost 2 years. They said they don't want this project. So IBM also, what they did, as this project is left, they said they don't want to complete this project. So they also said, okay, this is not required. Whoever the 5 IBM engineers who worked on this project hardly, so they decided to complete the development of this project. So in 1970s, they have completed this project. Earlier, you are aware, like there is an mainframe systems only they have developed. It is not like how the systems now we are using. Earlier, everything, all the data in one place only. If it is a computer means it's around 200 kgs, 300 kgs weight, and it will be placed in one area. In 1970s, just imagine. We don't know even up to 2000. Most of them us we are not sure what is computer. In 1970s, so they developed SAP in one of the mainframe systems. After that, there is an R2. R2 means like we have an two-tier, three-tier architecture. You know what is two-tier, three-tier architectures? Just if any system we have an, for example, now I'm taking WhatsApp is the same similar example for SAP. Okay, if you are using WhatsApp, what are the whatever you are seeing, that is presentation. Okay, in your system or else in your phone, whatever you are able to see with the number or details, that is in presentation. Okay. Next, what is WhatsApp? WhatsApp is the application. Okay. So it should have an application. If you have WhatsApp, then only it will present. Okay. So now you are able to see the WhatsApp and it is an application. Whenever you are sending message to someone, hi or something in presentation via application. Okay. So somewhere it will store. This is database. This layer is database layer. Okay. Same R2 means like earlier we have an presentation application in one layer and database in one layer. Okay. In 1990s we have an R3 process. Here they have maintained presentation as a separate layer, application separate layer, and database separate layer. Okay. So now they are managing like with presentation separate. Now WhatsApp also we have an application and presentation in one place. SAP you can install or else you can maintain servers in somewhere and you can maintain database in one area. That is fine. So presentation, application, and database. In R3 process, we have a three-tier architecture: presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. When we have an now after that they have introduced ERP in ECC project. Okay, enterprise central component ECC abbreviation, and they have an major developments. They moved to ERP and they have continuous upgradation. Continuous upgradation is happening from SAP side. Okay. After that, now in 2011, they have started working on S4. Earlier, we can call it as on simple finance up to 2015. Now we can call it as an S4 HANA. It is from finance perspective. Okay. If it is normal SAP standard, you can remove these two. You just mentioned S4 HANA. Okay. S4 HANA, they have started development from 2010 and they released to market in 2015. Okay. Now we are using S4 HANA versions. Okay, earlier R2 is there, R3 is there, SAP ECC is there. Still, 60% of SAP used companies still in ECC. If you are migrating to S4 HANA, if you are directly implementing to S4 HANA, but it will take time. Even though the current latest versions are S4 HANA. In S4 HANA also, every year we have a release. Like we have an on-premise and cloud. Okay. Earlier we have 1503, 1511, 1603, 1610. Up to here we can call it as a simple finance from finance perspective. After that, every year for on-premise they have released one version. Okay, 1909. Now 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 is released as of now. Okay, as of now 2023, these many versions are released in S4 HANA. If we are looking for any job, we need to understand what is SAP, and also we need to, if we learn in this latest concept, if we are able to explain what is this concept and what is SAP and these things, definitely we'll get job. Okay, this is SAP history, how SAP is developed, and what are the like architecture R2 or R3 or SAP ECC, how it is, and SAP S4HANA. SAP ECC also we have an EHP, enhancement packages, we can call it as an. There it is enhancement package 1, 2, 3, like that up to 7 we have. Okay. 8 also we have to migrate to S4HANA. If you want to do migration from ECC to S4HANA, you should upgrade to EHP 8, then only system is allowing to upgrade to S4HANA. Okay. You will understand clearly once we are letting FICO complete course. Okay. These are the this is the SAP history, how it is developed, and what are the versions as of now. Okay, this means ERP, you are aware, ECC is enterprise central component. S4 means like it is an SAP NetWeaver. It is the fourth generation. If we compare R2, R3 and ERP, this is the fourth major release. That is the reason SAP calling as an S4. HANA is the database. Okay. Whenever we are SAP using up to ECC, either it is R2, R3 or ECC, whatever it is, SAP don't have own database. SAP is having application. Okay. But they don't have own database. So they completely depends on other database like Oracle or SQL. These are the main databases the SAP used to depends on. But whenever HANA is came, HANA is the SAP own database. So most of the activities or most of the master data or else transactions posting, everything is simplified. Okay, in earlier it is depending on other databases, so it will take some time to fetch the data from other Oracle database or SQL database. Now it is having its own database, so immediately we are getting reports or else whatever we are requesting. Compared to it, these earlier versions, it is very fast. Okay, anyone have any doubts up to here? Any questions? If you are looking more, what you are looking is more clarity is required, or what you are looking for? Is it clear? Okay, so as of now, we understood what is SAP stands for and what is ERP, what is the history of SAP, and how we will get the opportunities in SAP. Okay, so now we need to understand what kind of projects we can see in SAP. Okay, types of projects. Okay, either you are an end user or consultant, you need to understand which type of project. For end users, majorly they will be in support projects, means they will post the entries. Here what they are doing, simply they are posting transaction data. Apart from that, they are not doing anything. Maybe some cases they need to involve in testing. Okay, if it is an implementation project, in these cases they will be part of testing. As you know how to post the entries, you will get chance to test the scenarios. Okay, but as a consultant, you need to work on projects. Okay, what kind of projects we have? It's a implementation project, on support project, rollout, upgrade, can say enhancements. Okay, implementation, support, rollout, upgrade, enhancement. If you joined as a consultant, okay, if you are joined, if you are working as a consultant in any organization, for example, you joined in Wipro, okay, as an SAP FICO consultant, okay, with your experience. So here you will get an opportunity to work in any of these kind of projects. Either it is an implementation, either it is in support, either it is in rollout, or it is in upgrade, or it is in enhancements. Means developments. Okay. So what is implementation? What is support? What is rollout? What is upgrade? What is enhancement? uh, these things, it's completely independent. Like implementation means whenever you have an SAP application, but it is not implemented in for an organization. For example, Tata Steel is okay, Tata Steel, now they are using Tally ERP. Earlier they have less postings, that is the reason they are using Tally ERP. Now they have most lakhs of postings, and they are looking for some securities, and also they want to run the operations in across the globe. In these reasons, they want to move to SAP. At that time, what they need to do? They need to reach out to any of consulting. Okay, consulting firms. Okay, they will reach out to Wipro is the consulting firm. They will reach out to Wipro. Okay, they will ask Wipro to we need to implement SAP. Oh, it is a bid process. So most of the teams they will reach out. Finally, if Wipro got the bid, so what they will do? They need to implement SAP for Tata Steel. In this case, if you are getting an opportunity as an SAP FICO consultant, you will work in implementation project. Okay. So Tata Steel SAP is already implemented. Okay, implementation is completed, and but every day they are posting the entries. Okay, Tata Steel consultants, who are the end users who are there with the Tata Steel, they are posting the transactional data. Whenever you are posting transactional data, you will get issues. Okay, for example, whenever you are booking Amazon orders, or if you are using any other applications, you will get some errors. Okay, here also for end users they will get some issues due to their master data change, or else that process is not implemented. That is completely technical, but if they are getting any issue, they need to reach out to one team. So initially Wipro will support, or else again it is also an open bid. If any team can got the bid, automatically they will get this support project to them. Okay, so as a consultant, you are responsible to resolve the incidents. Here you have implemented the project. After that, you need to provide the support. Support means for day-to-day incidents. Okay, we'll discuss this part later once your course is completed. First you need to understand what are the projects are there. once course is completed, you will be clear on most of the areas, so that you will easily understand these things. Okay. Now we have an day-to-day postings. If any issues occur, as a consultant, you need to fix those issues. Rollout means like you have implemented the project in India region. Now Tata Steel they are using in China as well. Okay, the company plants those are established in China as well. So you have implemented in India. Now you want to implement in China. In these cases, what you know need to define client, all these things. You need to define for China what their local requirements. Apart from that, we are not doing much changes. In these cases, we will go for a rollout project instead of implementation. In the same server, whatever the server we are using, in same server, you can do it for China. Or after that, you can do for Japan, you can do for US region or UK region, everywhere. Okay, that is an rollout project. Upgrade means, as I mentioned earlier, now R2, R3 process. In SAP also, ECC also, we have EHV 1, 2, 3, 7, up to 8. These many upgrades are happening. And now, in S4 HANA also, earlier they started with 1503, 1603, 1709, 1809, 1909. Every year there is a version upgrade. So, you need to upgrade your system. How we are upgrading Android or else WhatsApp, how you are getting the notifications. Similarly, yes, it is a big database. They as per SAP S4 HANA, you need to upgrade your versions at least every 5 years. Okay, now you are using 1809. After 5 years, they are not supporting for 1809. You need to upgrade with the current latest version, then they will provide the support. Okay, how we are getting in WhatsApp or other applications or older versions, these applications are not supporting. Similarly, SAP is also announced they will not support for SAP ECC after 2027. Even in S4 HANA also, you need to upgrade every 5 years, or else they will not provide the support, because they are working whatever the solutions they are providing, it will support for these latest versions only. This is the upgrade. Okay, version changes. Version upgrade, version changes. Enhancements means like SAP is provided application with few details, but you want to develop your own requirement. Okay, you have an different requirements, or else you need to get a different report. SAP is provided standard reports to get this, but you have a requirement. Your requirement? You need to get the reports what SAP is provided, that is fine. But even though you are expecting something different, what SAP is provided, in these cases, we'll go for enhancements. It is nothing but developments. We need to work on developments. There we have an rise of objects. Rise of means this is workflow related. Means SAP is provided standard approval process. Even though if it is not satisfied, you will create workflow. Workflow means if you have entered any book, like if you are posting 1 lakh transaction, but if it is required, your manager's approval. In this case, it will create workflow automatically. When you have posted any entry, it will trigger to your manager, and once he approved, then only these transactions will post. And are for reports, like SAP is provided so many reports, even though you have a requirement to get different reports, which is not provided by SAP. In those cases, you will develop your own reports. Interfaces is nothing but like you have a third-party system which you need to connect with SAP. Okay, for example, you want to post the invoice. Whenever you have, for example, you have an Amazon. If Amazon they are using SAP, when you are using you ordered in Amazon for application, automatically it will record in SAP application. That is through interface it is possible. Conversions means like currency conversions, what from versions, these things will work. Enhancements, as I mentioned, just wherever you have an new requirements like custom developments, those cases you will use some enhancements. F for forms. Forms means like whenever you are getting any notices, okay, every organization what they need to send, they will send some notice. Even if you are order anything in Amazon, they will send one form, either it is receipt or whatever it is. That will be in one format. That format should be developed in SAP. So that is called forms. Those forms will work on major these rise of items in development projects. Okay. In implementation also we have now two types, like it is an greenfield implementation and brownfield implementation. What is greenfield and what is brownfield? Greenfield means you just understand it is a cross from root level. SAP is not implemented. They are Tata Steel. They are using Tally ERP, and they want to implement SAP first time. That is called greenfield. Okay. Brownfield implementation means like now Tata Steel they are using SAP ERP ECC. They want to upgrade to S4 HANA. In this case, we can call it as a brownfield implementation. Just they are migrating from ECC to S4 HANA. Okay, these type of projects we need to work in any organization. Okay, as a consultant, you will get opportunity to work on this type of projects. So if you are working on the, or else if you should work as an SAP consultant, you should understand in implementation what we are doing, in support what we need to, what are our activities, in rollout what we need to do, in upgrade what are the roles and responsibilities, enhancement how we will define. What is greenfield, what is brownfield? Anyway, it is part of implementation and migration projects. It will cover. So, what we are learning here is we are learning here first implementation, because you need to understand how to design, like how to develop SAP for or else how to implement SAP for Tata Steel. If you take Tata as the example, Tata Steel, how you want to implement in SAP, like you need to had a discussion with the Tata Steel members, and you need to ask what type of data they need to post, and what are the details they need to enter as a master data, how many transactions they are posting, everything details you need to gather. Then you need to prepare one document. Based on that, you need to do configuration. As a consultant, you need to work on configuration. You need to understand configuration. Configuration means just you are configuring the system, the application provided by SAP. In SAP, you need to update the details of Tata Steel. Okay, how you are filling your applications, whatever you are getting, those things you need to upgrade. If you are implementing for anything, same you need to do the configuration one by one. like based on their organization structure on these things. Okay, any doubts as of now up to projects? Anyone have any doubts? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, this is about opportunities and history of SAP and ERP. So, as an SAP FICO consultant, what we need to do, we will discuss it later. Before that, we need to understand SAP modules. Okay, if you are able to understand what is SAP and SAP modules, then you will get clarity. What are the SAP modules you are aware? Okay, or else you can take Tata Steel is the company. So Tata Steel, they want to implement SAP. Tata Steel is the company. They want to implement SAP. They reached out to some organization and they want to implement SAP for Tata Steel. How they will implement? If they want to implement this SAP to this Tata Steel, they need a consultants. Okay. If any organization, what they will have, they should deal with some other some resources like which we discussed earlier here. ERP, money, material, machinery, these things. Okay, any organization run with those resources. So SAP is developed to maintain those resources properly. ERP means planning. SAP is developed to maintain those resources properly for an organization. So if I want to develop one product, what are the prerequisites? Means what are the requirement I have? For example, if I want to manufacture pen, or else you can say steel product. What we need initially, what we need? We need raw material, right? If you want to develop manufacture any product, first we should have raw material, or else if you are for shirt or else whatever you are for final finished product, first we should have an raw material, then only we can convert it into finished product. Okay, so we need to purchase this raw material for someone. Who is that someone? Either vendor or we can call it as an supplier. Okay, so we are dealing with vendors and supplier to purchase the raw materials. So to manage this one, we need one module in SAP that is called material management. What we are doing? We are managing the materials. Okay, we are purchasing and we are managing materials. We can call it as an material management. You know SAP MM. You heard like this. Okay. Next, you receive the material. So what you will do? Immediately you will send to the production or you will keep it somewhere. We will keep it somewhere because we will receive the material bulk. So we'll keep it in warehouse. For this is warehouse management. Okay, SAP development. And you receive the material, you kept in warehouse, and what you need to do? You need to manufacture the product. Okay, means manufacturing. Means production. You are doing production. That is production planning. SAP PP. Okay, you already manufactured the product. What you need to do? You need to check quality. Quality management. SAP QA. Okay, quality check also completed. Why you have manufactured the product? You need to sell that particular product. Okay, that is sales and distribution. SAP yes. Okay, we already sold the product as well. Where is the scope of FI? We are an FICO consultants. Where is the scope for FI? Here we are dealing with customers. Okay, whenever you are purchasing any product from vendor, what you need to do? You need to pay amount. Okay, you need to purchase, right? And here you will receive amount. To record all these transactions, we need an finance. Okay, finance. SAP FI. So whenever you are purchasing any materials, whenever you are selling any products, and whenever you are doing manufacturing, if you are doing manufacturing, what will happen? We need an power, men, material is already there, men, machinery, power, and other overhead costs. So those things we should update in our finance. Okay, we need to pay the wages, right, to the employees who are working. We need to purchase the, here purchasing is completed, but even the power supply and administrative expenses, these all things will cover as an overheads. So for that we need an finance. So you have all these things, but you need to get the report. Either you have finished your product, how much cost for that particular product, you need to decide. Based on this, if we decide here overhead cost, most of the overhead costs will not capture at finance level. Initially, it should capture at CO level, controlling. Okay, so here what you will do, you will have an budget planning. What is the budget? You have how much manufacturing you need to do, and what is the cost for a specific product. You will calculate how much cost it is occurred for this one, and it is a high level reporting. Means you need to understand how your business is in profits or losses, everything it will cover in controlling. Okay, you based on the controlling, based on the reports, based on your budget, you will decide what is the cost for your finished product. Okay, for this, these are the functional modules. Okay, functional means the functionality, like some action is going on, that is functional. These are the main functional modules in SAP. Okay, if any organization, if they are dealing manufacturing, they should implement these modules. Okay, these we can say core modules in SAP. Every organization, they will use these modules. If they want to, they will extend their modules based on their requirement. Like SAP has 100 plus modules like SAP, APO, Ariba. Even we have in finance only we have many modules like FSCM, DRM, investment management, funds management, like that. There are different modules are there in only in finance. Like that, in sales and distribution, with link to sales and distribution, we have SAP CRM, SAP CS, like that we have. With reference to this QM also we have many modules. With reference to MM also we have Ariba, SAP Vim, like that. There are many modules in SAP, but these are the core modules. Every organization they will implement these core modules. Okay. So here we are learning FI and CO. Okay. Why FI is required? As we discussed, whenever we have an purchases, sales, or overhead costs, everything we need to update in our finance books, and we will submit these reports to government. Okay, as per legal requirements, companies will announce every quarter. They will announce their results based on these finance books. Controlling means this is an internal reporting purpose. Management to decide either the cost of the product may be increased, or if the competitors are more, if we decrease the price, if we are selling more products we may get profits. Means if they are using with the controlling reports, they will decide this controlling is this product is required, or else so they need to stop the manufacturing these things. Okay, is it clear, or anyone have any doubts on functional model? Any questions? Okay, if it is clear, we'll go for an technical model. Okay, what is technical models? Like for this, you know, as a consultant, you don't need to require any coding, or it is completely non-coding things. Means you need to already application is there. You need to work in this application. Either it is an implementation or support or upgrade or enhancement like this. So you are using application. You are not developing this application. But SAP is given option if SAP is not provided any standard things which is for your requirement, you need to you have an option to write like a rise up objects. For this, as a functional consultant, we are not expertise of workflow, reports, interfaces, enhancement forms, developments. We will only give the inputs. What we will give? We will give only, for example, if you take form, we'll give this is the vendor number he required here, this is the amount, this is the body line we need, this is the end we need to give this company details and bank details, like that. We'll give the details to technical team. So these people are have little bit coding knowledge, so that they will write a logic. Okay, as a functional team, we are not sure how this coding work. That is the reason we need a technical help to develop this kind of objects. Okay, that is ABAP. You are here about SAP ABAP. Okay, this is the technical model. Okay, now you have an SAP application is there. Okay, so someone need to maintain that application. Here we are using from functionally. Here these people are using from technically, and business also they are using the application. But where servers are placed, how servers are working, how these servers will support, if they need to increase the memory sizes, these things which will come in administrative side. Okay, administrative modules. What are those administrative modules? SAP basis. SAP basis is the administrative module, and now security things also they are taking care. You can call it as a GRC security. Earlier it is a part of basis only. Now most of the companies they are maintaining separate team for security. Okay, here these people will take care of all administration level things. Like that, if you need to work in SAP application, first these people need to provide the access. Okay, for example, this is the application, SAP application. If I want to use login, I need to give user and password. This part is taken care by this security team. Okay, if they will provide the access, then only I'm able to access. SAP basis means the installation, the upgrade versions, everything these people will take care. And we have an reporting modules. Reporting modules means we use it to generate the reports in finance and controlling. But earlier in ECC we have no, we are not getting reports. Yeah, as I mentioned, we are depending on SQL and other databases. So the reporting structure is getting delayed. That is the reason we have an SAP BI, BW. These are the reporting models we used. SAP Business Process Consolidation. These are the reporting models we used earlier. Now, this in S4HANA, this BI, whatever BI is performing, same we are performing at FI level only instead of. In few rare cases, they are using still SAP BI and BPC. Okay, and we have an integration modules. Integration model means, as I mentioned earlier, if you are order in Amazon, how it is updating in SAP means there is an interfaces. Okay, so PI project interface, now they are calling as an CPI, PO. These are the integration models. Means every organization they will connect with the bank. Okay, they will deal with the bank. Every time someone one person go to bank and give these statements and get the statements, it is very difficult. With the help of interfaces, we are directly connecting with the bank, and whatever vendor payments we are sending a file to bank. Once bank made payment to the vendors, they are sending the statement to us. With the help of these interfaces, this process also becomes very easy. Okay, these are the modules which we are using in SAP. Okay, if any organization majorly apart from this, as I mentioned, we have many modules as well. SAP APO, advanced planning operations, like that. There are many modules, but these are the core modules every organization implement when they want to use SAP application. Any questions? Anyone have any questions? Any doubts?
Ratna, Bhaskar.
Yeah, no, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow we will discuss next part. What are the submodels in SAP, and what are the types of data in SAP, and what is the landscape, what is the organization structure, and how to log into SAP. So you can utilize next 15 minutes. If you have any doubts, you just ask me. Even general questions. It's a generic, that is fine.
Yes. We are planning two batches here, early morning batch and afternoon batch. Okay. And please make sure based on your availability, then we will plan accordingly. Actually, here we మనం కంప్లీట్గా ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడంటే జాబ్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తున్నామండి. రెండోది వచ్చేసి మీకు కన్వీనియంట్గా మీకు అర్థమయ్యే రీతిలో తెలుగు అండ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఎక్కువ చెప్తే బెటర్ ఉంటుంది. అది నా సజెషన్. మీకు అర్థం కాకపోతే తెలుగులో కూడా అడగచ్చు. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ అ ప్రాబ్లం అండ్ యూ నీడ్ టు లర్న్. ఓకే, మీకు ఎంతవరకు అయితే అర్థమవుతుందో అంతవరకు గెయిన్ కాండి ఫస్ట్. ఓకే, కంప్లీట్గా ఎండ్ టు ఎండ్ మీరు ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ చేసే విధంగా చెప్తాము. మీకు ఏమన్నా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా ఏమున్నా ఇక్కడ ఇద్దరు FICO కన్సల్టెంట్స్ ఉన్నారు. శివ మీకు ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తాడు. మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే నేను కూడా మీకు హెల్ప్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, రత్న ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా మీకు?
లేదు సార్, బాగుంది సార్ క్లాసు.
ఓకే,
Well-
భాస్కర్.
No, sir.
ఓకే, రమేష్. అపర్ణ. అపర్ణ, యు ఆర్ మ్యూట్. Yeah. Okay. We will give you exact timings. Okay. So we will plan accordingly then. Thank you for joining this.
Thank you.
And we will meet again.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for joining. Bye.